Hey, I'm here to give you feedback on your run. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to DM me directly or ping me in your RIP thread. First, oh, never mind. Okay. First thing that I'm noticing is like you don't need to fuck with your pie chart stuff quite yet. You could do that overlapping like when you're running or other like opportunities like that. The no, never mind. Ooh, I didn't see this other blacksmith. I think you just did as well. Or did you? Oh, small thing here, but if you double F5 there, like you can clearly see this. It seems like you kind of have tunnel vision on this one and just don't see this one at all. Um, I did too, but I'd also double F5 there, and I'd probably see it at that point there. Or not double F5, just F5 there, like third person. I think it'd be a cleaner line. Very good awareness of like that he can't hit you here. I really like that line. It seems like you have a limited FOV here, though. Am I crazy? Yeah, your FOV is super shallow. You need to like up this so that way you can actually see what's going on. ED as well, I think. Just based off of how like limited everything is. Because you'd see that like from further away. I think trying to yep, never mind. Oh, I don't like trying to force like better terrain here. Where's this angle? Yeah, you're just heading all the way off of your angle just to try to like force terrain. I think digging through the wall here is actually potentially really good. Um, it's so hard to tell though. It's like really off your line. And it ended up working out, so maybe this was the better play, but it's just really, really difficult. The other thing is don't get netherrack, just mine like a couple of logs, so that way you have the same amount of blocks. Like you could have mined 8 logs for like a fraction of the time and gotten the exact same amount. Also, going down bottom bridge is always going to be cleaner than going up top because now you're sucking all of these pigs and hogs to the chalice with you, and that just makes like any type of DK or well, I guess it doesn't matter because it's double single, but any type of bastion route you do generally worse. The only route that would really work here is pivot. Also in RSG, okay, couple of things. You don't need, like, you're kind of just like interrupting your entire process of mining the chalice a couple of times here. Like the chalice mining is meant to be like a cutscene, but you're doing like important stuff during it, which I don't think is good. Also, you don't need the entire chalice. Like you can just get through with like a fraction of the chalice and be totally fine. Crack smoker is fine. I I don't think that like you're just not doing crack smoker properly is my like big thing. Like the only reason why like pivot would work here or really any route that goes along this like middle bridge is because then you can get those guys as well as like any guys from over here or above anyway. Um, but if you just do crack smoker, and especially when you don't break the block here, like the entire point of crack smoker is for you to break this block and then kind of move on from there. Um, yeah, like with a ton of pigs. But just forcing it down here is just really, really slow. Also, depending on what time, 22:55. Well, I guess this is still fine for like PB pace. You can just up render distance like while you're in this corner, and it effectively does the same thing. It just doesn't require you to run all the way across the chunk border. I really don't like setting fire like that because what if you throw out something important and then it's just all burnt? Like what if you threw out all of your obsidian there for like total accident? You can like do this while pearls are in the air, generally speaking. Maybe not all of it, but you also don't need to do like the entire like you're trying to do too much while there aren't even pearls in the air. You're just like stopping your momentum running when you'll have like a perfectly good time to do this here in a little while when you're at the spawner or whatever. Also, you should be pearling here. You have a ton of food. You have like 1.5 stacks of pearls or something like that, right? Yeah, like 1.25. You still have plenty of pearls. I mean, just with the amount of food as well, you could probably even do a dynamic or 5 render distance fortress here. But you have both spawners as well, so it's like, or you know where both of them are. So it's like better if it's not as quick if you do like spawners, but it is more consistent, which I don't know what you're going for here. I'd go for speed for RSG at least. You blaze bed this. How many, what's your explosive count? You have more than enough explosives. Like, if you're going for 20 plus minute times, 0 shouldn't really be in your vocabulary at the moment. But you have more than enough explosives to, like, one cycle. Like, you need to be blaze betting here. Like, ASAP. Instead of mining out these 6. Clear out the fire first, extend the platform later, especially on enclosed. Like, all of the fire there is just creeping into your spawner and it's killing your spawns. If you do this, if you flip this 90 degrees, you'll have way less blocks to mine. Could do the boat overlap stuff. It looks like you're about to do boat eye. I hope. Looks good. Not quite sure. That was kind of messy. I wouldn't be surprised if that's in the water. Yeah. So the reason why that was in the water was because, like, you threw it while standing on the exact corner. Like, if you threw it, like, you have to center yourself more in the, what's it called? More in the, like, portal, so that way, on top of the portal, so that way the pearl just lands on top instead of, like, landing like it did here. You can reach the portal, by the way. Like, this is not so high that you can't reach it from... Yeah, it's not so high that you can't reach it from there. This is very, very slow. And or just get on your boat and go for it. You're wasting a ton of blocks. Watch how, like, a lot of top runners do it. Just because, like... Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is you can reach the bottom of the portal to where how you were doing it there was just really, really, really slow. If you're confused as to, like, what that looks like, you could watch a lot of top runners, and, like, how they'd handle that situation. You can overlap changing your pie chart in the portal animation. A bit of mechanical silliness. I'd clean that up as well, but that just comes with practice. I think your render distance is like really, really high for preemptive to be effective. Yep. And by the time we got it, mobs probably spawned in, so it's kind of difficult to tell like exactly where this thing is. You don't need anything in the chests. Just straight up ignore it. You have so much food, you have so much everything. A silverfish here, like, you can heal off all of the damage. You don't have to, like, be scared of a silverfish when you have 16 bread. You have 5 pearls. Like, you can just rip pearls to the end fountain still. Especially because now I'm concerned that it's kind of, like, perching the wrong way. Yep. This perch is because you got to the fountain super, super late. Yikes. Jeez. Yeah. That end fight was a mess, and that was because you got to the middle really late. The way that you make sure that that doesn't happen is you just pearl to the middle, and then you have a more clean, like a more clean end fight from there. Which, by the way, all of this damage you took, you could also heal off then. Like any pearl damage that you took, you could heal off because you had a ton of bread. But big things overall, I think, just like basic mechanics and everything. Like get into the different practice maps. I can't tell. Like it looks like you practiced Crack Smoker route, but I also think that there are much better double single routes out there. Um, yeah, just like your lines, like your lines between like structures and splits and all of that could also be a lot cleaner. For that, I'd recommend playing ranked just to get more in-game experience. Like if your long-term goal is RSG, I think you do need a lot of like experience with the game to like be better and better at RSG. So I recommend playing ranked for that. I also think that just practicing in general will help you a lot. And if I had to like suggest the stuff that you like focus on the most, I think end games. So stuff like MPK mini practice kit or maybe even Peepo practice if you want to. Um, I suggest MPK once you get it set up. It's really nice. Um, and then just overall end fights as well, at least from this run. So that's what I got for you.